President Trump has not conceded the election, and right now his legal team is challenging votes and results in several states.
And this, of course, is not your normal election, but as Team 12's William Pitts shows us, the U.S. has definitely had its share of not so normal elections.
Think this election is weird? We've had weirder. Brooks Simpson is a presidential history expert at ASU.
This pattern now we have of fairly close elections is new to us compared to what we had witnessed.
But there were close elections before, like in 1824 when John Quincy Adams became president. John Quincy Adams actually never won the Electoral College. No one did that year. The decision came down to the House of Representatives, and they picked him. And in 1800, Aaron Burr, yes, that one, wasn't even running and tied Thomas Jefferson. The House picked Jefferson. Rutherford B. Hayes, don't worry, not a lot of people remember he was president either. He won in 1876, but only after a lot of weird things happened. There were allegations of voter fraud, sound familiar, and no one actually knew who won.
There were multiple results forwarded to Washington, and that had to be settled by a special electoral commission.
In the end, Hayes won by one vote. But just like now, it wasn't decided in a day. Actually, not even the same year.
A decision wasn't reached until early 1877, weeks before Hayes was going to be inaugurated. The final result, in fact, was announced just days before.
As for voter fraud, Brooks says that's popped up recently. When Nixon lost to JFK, he claimed voter fraud in Chicago. That didn't really work out for Nixon.
Every once in a while, there's some focus on fraud. Certainly in 2000 in Florida, there was a question about the counting of the ballots and whether George W. Bush or Al Gore could claim that state for themselves, but never to the extent that we have now.
And there have been some massive landslides, like George Washington, who won all the electoral votes. Ulysses S. Grant won 286, and his opponent, Horace Greeley, won 66, but also didn't win any.
Horace Greeley won some electoral votes. He died soon after Election Day, and they had to find other people to vote for.
But this election year has seen unfounded allegations, conspiracy theories, one candidate refusing to accept the results, mostly mail-in voting, and a pandemic. Simpson says it'll definitely make the list. William Pitts, 12 News.